Measuring rate of reaction using light by KayScience.com. To understand how to use light to measure the rate of a chemical reaction, we first need to make sure we all know what a precipitate is. So here's a conical flask, and we place reactant A into the conical flask, which is a transparent solution. This allows light to easily be transmitted through the solution. If reactant B is then placed into the conical flask, a chemical reaction takes place where an insoluble solid forms, causing the solution to become cloudy. Light can no longer be transmitted through the solution due to the insoluble solid. The solution has become cloudy because an insoluble solid has formed. We call this insoluble solid a precipitate. The light cannot pass through the solution as it is blocked by the precipitate, which is suspended throughout the solution. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. We can use this understanding to measure the rate of reaction, where someone will be the judge of when light can no longer travel through the solution, and this will be measured against time using a timer. To do this, we need a black cross where we place a conical flask on top of the black cross. Someone judges how long it takes for the cross to disappear due to the precipitate no longer allowing light to be transmitted through the solution. We use a timer to measure this, and we start at 0 seconds, which is the start. Using the timer, we can see time has passed. In this case, 20 seconds has passed. And the person can see how a precipitate is forming, which is causing this person to see less of the cross. They take a note of this, such as less light is seen. 45 seconds later, the person can see so much precipitate is formed that the black cross can no longer be seen. The light is not able to be transmitted through the solution due to the precipitate. The person makes a note, black cross can no longer be seen at 45 seconds. This method, using someone to judge when the light can no longer be transmitted through, gives a very simple indication about the rate of reaction. The longer the time, the slower the rate of the reaction. The shorter the time, the faster the rate of reaction. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. As someone judges when the black cross has disappeared, this is very subjective and means different people will believe the cross has disappeared at different times and does not give a true representation about the rate of reaction. Also, it is a very crude measurement as it just gives you one time. It does not measure how the rate changes throughout the reaction. A device which can be used to improve this method is a light sensor. It measures exactly how much light has been transferred through the solution at any given moment. It is much more accurate than people saying the light can no longer be transmitted at 10 seconds or 12 seconds, where there is a lot of room for error. Compared to people, this light sensor has no error. It is much more accurate and reliable. Using the data from a light sensor and the timer, we can plot this data on a graph. On the x-axis is time in seconds, and on the y-axis is light transferred. At the beginning of the reaction, the light transferred is the highest, as this is when the solution is transparent. As the reaction continues, less light is transferred due to the precipitate forming. Eventually, there will be no light transferred as the precipitate is completely blocking how much light can be transferred through the solution. Where the curve is the steepest, this is where the rate of reaction is fastest. As the reaction continues and the curve becomes less steep, the rate of reaction is slowing down. As the reaction continues, where the line is then flat, no more light can be transferred. Pause the video here to practice the keywords. The answers will follow. Press pause to answer the questions. The answers will follow. If stuck, just rewatch the video. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. And don't forget to visit KayScience.com for more videos, worksheets and quizzes at KayScience.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe.